Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Got my Batman shirt on because it's the only comic book shirt that I own anymore. If you know me, you know I was always a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, from the cartoon to the comics. And you remember in the early days of the show where I had my whole comic book collection behind me? If you look closely, you could see, like, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 drawers were just Ninja Turtles. Anyway, because this beer has a Ninja Turtle on the cover, so that's why I bought it. And it's called Shell Shock, appropriately enough. Imperial Stout with pecans, fudge, caramel, and vanilla, 10% ABV. This is from Martin House. This was canned on October 30th, so, you know, really fresh. Maybe too fresh. All right, so I poured it into the stout glass, and as is often the case with pastry stouts, it's like, you know, just black, almost a little muddy. And when I first poured it, it had, like, the foam was, like, tightly compacted, and then it got, like, all loose and oily, and now it's just down to a coating. Although I do find that's pretty normal with pastry stouts. Smells very chocolatey. Actually, just off the nose, it kind of reminds me of Southern Tier chocolate from way back in the day. Yeah, because, I mean, it said fudge, caramel, and vanilla. Man, it's basically just a candy bar. I'm surprised they use pecans and not peanuts, but... yeah, so I mean, it smells like chocolate. I wouldn't really say it's that nutty. I think there's like a slightly almost minty hop character there or something, which chocolate also had. Maybe that's just the alcohol I'm smelling. I will say the alcohol is clean. It's not like burn my nose or anything. Also, the nose like is kind of basic, so hopefully it tastes a little bit bolder. Cheers. Wow, yeah. This reminds me of Southern Tier chocolate from like 10, 15 years ago. Actually, I haven't had it in years. I don't distribute it to Florida. Anyway, this is just pure chocolate. Or just a liquid candy bar is what they're going for, obviously. Yeah, chocolate. I mean, I don't really get caramel. But, I mean, when you have chocolate, caramel, vanilla all together, I mean, it's just a sweet concoction. It's basically ice cream. Surprised they didn't market this as a ice cream flavored beer. Maybe that was their second choice, so they couldn't get the Ninja Turtles. Yeah, so it's sweet, but it's also quite bitter. I get, like I said on the nose, like slightly, might become minty, or actually kind of in the opposite direction, a little peppery kind of hops. The alcohol is really clean. Really smooth. Barely even notice that it's there. A lot of times these huge and pastry stouts will just be like burning, you know, or like it's just the alcohol is like so strong it like kind of overrides everything else. But it's in good balance here. I would not say this tastes like, you know, roasty malt or coffee or anything like that. I think the pecan is like really, really way in the background. I think I noticed it like right as it goes down. There's a slightly nutty kind of aftertaste, but I mean, if you hadn't told me that it was in the beer, I probably wouldn't have guessed it. You know, it's really that subtle. Mouthfeel is, not surprisingly, pretty thick. Full-bodied. It seems to be a little bit more carbonated than I was expecting, so, you know, it's like full-bodied, but I probably put it like medium light carbonation. I wouldn't, you know, usually stouts like this are like very low carbonation, but this one actually has a little bit of fizz to it. So yeah, I will say this is really tasty. I mean, I will say it tastes authentic, but I'm not like picking out all the individual flavors that they're advertising here. I mean, they could just call it chocolate stout. That would have been good enough for me. So yeah, I mean, I like it. By the way, another A+. Well, I don't know. The label, it's kind of a strange choice to use for that pose. Like, why not have all 4 of them or whatever? But yeah, I like it. I don't love it, but you know, it's a nice, fun treat. By the way, I will say for 10% ABV, this is super drinkable. But before we get into the rating, I got to plug Tavor. That's where I got this. Think I can get this around here. So if you want to stop with Tavor, use my code to get you $10 off your first purchase. All right, so my score for the Shell Shock, like I said, good, not great. I'm thinking 7.5, maybe 8. You know, it's not like super special, but you know, it's better than most Imperial pastry stouts that I've had. But you know, like I'm not picking out all the individual ingredients that they put on the label there. Like I said, if I didn't know they were there, this would probably score a little bit higher. So yeah, 7.5 for Shell Shock. All right, I am rambling, and as always, if you watch all the way in, you know you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you for Cider Saturday. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.